Hartpury were beaten 2,615 by Bristol at Ashton Gate but gave the title favourites a real scare as they threatened to cause an upset. The college side dominated the first half and led at the break after a try from Matt Gilbert as Bristol went down to 13 men. However, Bristol began to find their way into the game in the second period and began to assert their power. Joe Latter, captain of Bristol Rugby, is challenged by Daryl Dyer of Hartpury. Bristol Rugby v Hartpury recap with Ellis Lane. Ian Madigan kicked 16 points for the Bristolians and Max Crumpton added a late try to give his side the win. Luke Morahan opened the scoring for Bristol just 5 minutes into his debut. A loose Bristol pass caused confusion in the Hartpury defence, and as the line shot up, Madigan chipped a neat kick out to Morahan on the right wing, who darted down with ease. However, from that point on, Hartpury gained a foothold in the game with a scrum coming to the fore. The men in red milked numerous penalties from the Bristol scrum with a front row of Dan Murphy, Will Tanner and Rupert Howardon proving their worth. Hartpury scored with their first foray into the Bristol 22 through flanker Gilbert after 25 minutes. Once again their set-piece came to the fore with repeat penalties from the driving line out. From 5 metres out, the driving maul moved diagonally towards the try line and the touchline, but Gilbert managed to stay in play to get Hartpury's first championship try. 2 PC of Bristol Rugby is challenged by Rhys Oakley, captain of Hartpury. Gloucester Rugby fans' view and player ratings after the win over Exeter College side began to control the game and took the lead just 10 minutes later. Another scrum penalty saw Soan Tongoiha sent to the sin bin and Jacob Perry knocked over the resultant penalty to move Hartpury into an 87 lead after 33 minutes. Bristol found themselves down to 13 men at the end of the first half, with Sam Jeffries sent shown a yellow card on 37 minutes for collapsing the maul close to the try line. From the resultant penalty, Hartpury went back to the corner and rolled another maul over the line only for the try to be ruled out by the TMO. Hartpury earned scrum after scrum, with the Bristol pack conceding 3 penalties on the bounce. With the clock already gone dead, a penalty try very much on the cards, but the referee penalised Hartpury for wheeling on the 4th scrum and Bristol kicked the ball off to draw the half to a close, with the Gloucestershire side leading 87. 2 PC of Bristol Rugby is tackled by Rhys Oakley, captain of Hartpury. Madigan restored Bristol's lead just 4 minutes into the second period, with Hartpury conceding a penalty at the ruck on their own 22. A second penalty followed just moments later, putting Bristol into a 138 lead after 46 minutes. Elias Caven came close to scoring Hartpury's second when he hacked on a loose Bristol pass. The bounce of the ball just eluded him, as although he did attempt to touch down acrobatically with one hand, the ball escaped his grasp. From almost taking the lead down one end, Hartpury conceded a penalty in their own half that allowed Madigan to stretch the lead to 8 points with 25 minutes remaining. The game began to break up in the final quarter, with both sides guilty of making multiple handling errors. Madigan's boot proved faultless, and it was his kicking that proved the difference between the two sides as he knocked them into a 198 lead with just 7 minutes remaining. Ian Madigan of Bristol Rugby. Hartpury did get a late consolation try, with Mike Fluke crashing over from short range, with James Williams adding the conversion. Attendance 7,045. Man of the match Rhodri Williams. Hartpury 15. Mike Wilcox, 14. Harry Cochrane, 13. Steve Leonard, 12. Luke Eves, 11. Elias Caven, 10. Jacob Perry, 9. Harry Randall, 1. Dan Murphy, 2. Will Tanner, 3. Rupert Howardon, 4. BJ Edwards, 5. Rhys Oakley captain, 6. Rob Langley, 7. Matt Gilbert, 8. Daryl Dyer. Replacements 16. Luke Stratford for Tanner 63, 17. Mike Fluke for Murphy 77, 18. Tom Hurd for Harden 69, 19. Alex Craig for Edwards 60, 20. Ian Grieve for Dyer 48, 21. James Williams for Perry 60, 22. George Bolton for Cochrane 77. Bristol 15. Jordan Williams 14. Luke Morahan 13. Will Hurrell 12. 2 PC 11. Tom Vandal 10. Ian Madigan 9. Rhodri Williams 1. Ryan Bevington 2. Jason Harris Wright 3. Sione Falatau 4. Sam Jeffries 5. Joe Latter 6. Stephen Luatua 7. Dan Thomas 8. Nick Haining. Replacements 16. Max Crumpton for Harris Wright 66, 17. Soan Tongoiha for Bevington 30, 18. Taylor Gendel for Falatau 66, 19. Jordan Crane for Luatua 77, 20. Ryan Glynn for latter 77, 21. Billy Searle for PC 70, 22. Matt Prothero for Williams 66. Yellow card Soan Tongoiha 33, Sam Jeffries 37.